Now we all know that Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo is a timeless classic. All the levels, the power-ups, the introduction of Yoshi, and the overall fun factor made the game a milestone in video game history. But have you ever wondered what Super Mario World would be like if it was on the NES? Sounds like a pretty cool idea, right? Well, you might change your mind after you play this. Yep, that's right folks. There's a bootleg Famicom cartridge of a game called Super Mario World. And this is a bastardization of the SNES classic. Now I know what you're thinking, but dude, it's on an 8-bit console. Of course it's not gonna be as good. I didn't expect this to be as good as the original Super Nintendo version, but I did expect it to be at least decent. Once you play the game and play it all the way through, you will see everything that's wrong with this game, and I mean everything. So what exactly is wrong with this game? Well, let's find out. This game has a lot of problems that cripple the gameplay in such a bad way. First off, the controls and physics feel very stiff. When it comes to a franchise like Mario that has a lot of platforming and jumping, not having smooth controls can be a serious problem. For example, when you're going up a hill or a giant pipe, you go up really fast, but when you go down, you go really slow. Shouldn't it be the other way around? This problem isn't too bad, but the other ones? Oh god. Oh god. The other problems are gonna drive you batshit insane! Long jumps are virtually impossible to do, thanks to the stiff controls and physics. When you run really fast and attempt a long jump, you'll suddenly go really slow, and chances are, you won't make it to the other side. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make Bullshit! You have to be very lucky to make it to the other side, and that's not supposed to happen in a Mario game. This is especially annoying when there's something on the ceiling that will kill you, like an enemy or spike trap. You guys have no idea how many times I had to go through castle number 6 where you have to jump over a pool of lava while trying to avoid the spike above. God, that shit was so fucking annoying! Another problem this game has is the fact that there are major slowdowns in many parts of the game. This, coupled with the bad controls and physics, make the game even more frustrating, especially when you're trying to avoid getting hit by multiple enemies on screen. Plus, there's these weird random glitches that occur in the game. One of them made a line of coins impossible to collect, and another took me back to the friggin' title screen. The latter one really pissed me off because it happened when I got really far in the game, and that is just straight up bullshit! You know what really pisses me off? The fact that the P-switches do not work at all. So in other words, if you're trying to cross the munchers and if you see a line of coins, you're fucked. And you know how there are jumping piranha plants in some pipes, and when you stand on one, the plant doesn't come out? Well, in this version, that doesn't happen. The jumping piranha plant will come out even when you're standing on the pipe. So be careful and don't stand there too long. I could go on and on and on with all the problems in the game because there's a cesspool of them. Like the fuzzies that go too fast when you're trying to jump on a platform, the dino rhinos and dino torches jumping around constantly, unable to break blocks while you're big, most of the question mark blocks not working, and among others. But the ones I went into detail are the highlights of everything that's wrong in this game. The graphics look fine. They pretty much resemble Super Mario World, only in 8-bit of course. Now the music, however, is pretty shitty, but that's to be expected for most bootleg Famicom games. However, I will say that the cave theme sounds pretty badass. As for the bosses in the game, well, for the most part, they're pretty easy. The Reznors can be killed in a few seconds and the bridge never breaks, and there's only a few Koopa kids in the game. Bowser, on the other hand, is a pain in the ass to kill. If you try to throw a Mecha Koopa up, you'll most likely end up throwing it to the side because of how broken the controls are. And on top of that, you don't get breaks from Princess Peach to gain a new mushroom, so if you're fighting him while small, be very careful. All in all, Super Mario World for the Famicom is the biggest bastardization of a timeless classic, and it should be avoided at all cost. And now for the final verdict. The jury has found JY Company guilty for deliberately insulting a video game classic. And since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to give them a very special punishment. Now everybody is celebrating Thanksgiving with their families by giving thanks and eating all the turkey they desire. But the people at JY Company, on the other hand, will be getting no thanks. So what's their punishment? As of Thanksgiving, they will be locked in a prison cell with no food, no drinks, no bathroom breaks, nothing. Absolutely nothing. They will starve to death and dehydrate for the rest of their lives. And they will end up looking like this. Anyway, I'm Allie-RX, and I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoyed it with all your family and friends. And I'm thankful for all you guys, the fans and subscribers, who supported me throughout my 6+ years on YouTube. I may not be able to share turkey with you guys, but this episode of Bootleg Shit makes up for that.